Again, I'm gonna piss off some people. Listen, Afro beats is Afro beats. You can't sub-genre Afro beats,
yeah,
man.
Can.
Like, you gotta have the same tempo, the same little beat. Look, I already made somebody.
House music is 100% Afro, but it's not your.
Wait, Chicago house or house?
No. Like house, like I'm a piano house, like house music.
What? Yeah. I'm so lost right now. Nah, see, when people say house, I think African. Chicago house. Yeah, but that don't mean that. Like, Welcome back to Chocolate Espresso Podcast. I'm your host, Thomas Newer. Whatever floats your fancy. I say that way too much, but that's my thing. Y'all, it's my favorite time. It's these interviews, man. These artist interviews, they hit different. I got the regulars and everything, but I like talking to random strangers and knowing a little bit more about them because that makes it even better. But hey, you know what I always say, right? I can't introduce them any better than they can introduce themselves because I feel like I'm just going to trip up on it. So I'm gonna go ahead and pass the microphone and go ahead and introduce yourself.
Sure. So my name's Amaris. I'm an artist, among many other things. A mom, nurse. I most recently started doing music, I'd say in like the last year and a half or so, and prior to that I was writing for a long time, and now we're here.
What was like one of your favorite things you wrote in poetry?
My favorite thing I've wrote, actually, out of all the genres, I like writing country music the most.
Country? There's like, now don't get me wrong, for a long time I couldn't get into country. I refused to listen to it. I just started getting into it, so there's a stigma within the black community, country, that ain't our thing. I like it though. I'm starting to like it. I got my reservations on it, but that's kind of cool though. It's nice meeting somebody who actually writes it, so that's pretty dope.
Yeah.
How long you been correction, what made you start pursuing music, and how long has it been?
So I've always been like around music. I was raised, my dad is a minister. Let me back up. My dad's a minister. So I was raised in the church, always was like singing in the choir and all that stuff. So I've always been like around music, and growing up, I used to play piano. I was in school choirs and stuff like that. So yeah, that's how I got into music. And what made me pursue it is really just like wanting to like make the most of my talent, like I want to get everything I can out of it, because I could continue in the path I'm doing, just doing it for as an outlet and stuff like that, but I more like wanted to pivot and make sure I'm profiting off of it, because at a certain point it's work. I'm working, So,
I know that's right.
Yeah.
Can we talk a little bit about Cry or Hurt? You know what I'm saying? Like was your instructor actually catering to you? Or did you feel like, all they did was he or she would always point you out when you made a mistake?
Honestly, I hated singing in choir. I only did it because my parents put me in it. I wasn't in it for a long time either. And when I say I hated choir, I mean like school choir. Church choir, that's different. It's got seasoning, it's got flavor.
See, I wanted to ask about that. I was like, let me back that up. Not everybody is, so that's different though. I remember my band instructor in middle school, best one in the state. Best one. It doesn't matter if there was 86 of us in a band that day. If you made that mistake, there could be 13 of you in that one section, and you made the mistake in the middle of it, he'd be looking right at you. He knew it was phenomenal hearing. I don't know what about
that's tough. That's a lot of pressure.
The psyche of a middle school student is crazy. And like, are you more of a writer or a singer?
Writer.
Why?
Well, I'll say before I ever started singing, I was a writer first before anything. So I actually, my first like introduction to making music was rap music. I'm a rapper, I guess you could consider myself a rapper. So that's what I started off with, just doing that initially. Not a whole lot of melodies, not a whole lot of singing or anything like that. And then actually, I didn't really start singing until like a year and a half ago, really. So prior to that, I was doing a lot of rapping, a lot of writing. I wasn't really singing like that. So it's very new to me. So I would definitely say I'm a writer before anything.
A lot of people don't know this, but I'm super curious. How do you nurse your voice? How do you like take care of it so you don't stress it?
I'm very bad at that. Because I'm new to it, like I had to develop those healthy habits. I don't have them right now. Honestly, I do whatever. I mean, I have some habits, you know, that probably aren't the best for my voice, but you know, nevertheless, we make it happen. So,
yeah. You know, that's real though. That's real. I mean, not many people know about it. Some people, they just sing in the shower.
Right. Exactly.
You know, people sing in the car. You know, it's just people sing and they don't realize they stress they vocal cords. You know, you got to calm down. Sometimes you just got to keep your mouth shut.
Right. No, yeah, you definitely like. Okay, I will say this though. Like, if it's a day that I'm recording, I will try to like not sing as much up until the point I go, and then it's just like a warm up. You know, to get my, you know, warm up my voice before the actual session. But other than that, I don't really have like anything really. So yeah.
No, that's cool though. You know, this is one of my favorite questions to ask, but how is your mental health from where you started to where it is now?
I'll say it definitely took a hit when I decided to like be serious about it. Just because, I don't know, with our like generation in the music industry right now and social media, it's just a lot of pressures, and I think a lot of times you put that pressure on yourself. But it's like, for me, I just like to remind myself like why I started doing it, you know. And I just keep that at the forefront, like, okay, I know I started music because I love it. Let's keep it that way. Let's keep it because, you know, let's keep doing it, I should say, because you love it, not because, you know, I mean, there's a million other reasons, because you want to be noticed or whatever. So yeah.
That's tough. You know what? I say that's tough way too much. It's difficult. I've had other people in that chair, you know, and sometimes with the interviews, I'll ask them, you know, with the mental health thing, you know, you ever set up a concert and expect, you know, you invite everybody, friends, family, everybody, and you're like, okay, somebody's gonna show up. And then like nobody shows up, or like one person shows up. And, you know, you might get random people there, but you're expecting your crew, you know, your homies, the group, you know, every like the day ones, and nobody shows up, and it's like, okay, man, that hits different. You know, that really does. And that, you know, that's why, you know, we asked that question, because you know, it's like, okay, even like when it comes to the image, when you're putting yourself out there and you're promoting yourself, and it's like, okay, this is a good photo, or this is going to be a really good album, and people ain't messing with it. I had somebody else tell me they invested so much time. Like they were like, these 3 songs on this album, this EP, it's going to hit, because they put so much time into it, and everybody messed around with the one song he didn't even try that hard on. Like he was like, it was a filler song. Like
that's how it is.
That's crazy to me.
See, I try to protect myself from all that. Like I know who, like, the type of person I am. I'm very introverted around people that, or just like to the public in general. Like I'm extroverted around people that know me well enough, but like when it comes to like putting myself out there and stuff like that, I'm always like more erring on the side of like, okay, like don't do this for them, you know, let's keep this about, you know, you, God, you know, the stuff that matters, your mental health and stuff like that. Because I think there was a point where when I first started posting my stuff, I would get discouraged because like I'm like, oh, it's not getting any, you know, I'm not getting likes or whatever views. And then after I had to realize, I'm like, what is your goal? You know, what's your ultimate goal? Is it to be noticed? Like, is that how this started? No. So I had to check myself, like, okay, like, you know, sometimes it's like, I'm like, oh, but I have to have like a face card or something like that. But then I think about it, I'm like, not really. There's plenty of opportunities within the music industry that don't require you to necessarily put yourself out there in that way. And I think a lot of people, they don't realize that. So they put themselves in uncomfortable situations and then they end up just hating it altogether. So yeah, I try to steer clear from that as much as possible, you know.
I don't blame you. It's really hard, especially nowadays, to be true and not sell yourself out to make it.
Exactly.
I believe it. It really hits home when you start seeing some known artists and they be like, man, I sold my soul.
Yeah.
It's like, ooh, it's crazy.
Nope. I feel like the music is as close as the world will get to me, and I'm okay with that. Like, literally, like I'm perfectly fine with that. So,
but I am curious though, because most R&B artists or most singers, you know, especially if they were in choir or part of the church, you know, they start in groups.
Yeah.
Were you ever one part of one?
Nope. It's just always been me.
Ain't no way. Ain't nobody ever asked you nothing? No, I don't believe it. I don't believe it.
No, I never have.
Y'all don't see the back staff, but ain't no way. I mean, y'all can't see them, but cap.
No groups. No groups here. I've been a solo act. Well, I shouldn't say a solo act. Really, like, it's just been me and my producer. We locked in. That's it.
You don't consider the choir or the church group as a group?
I mean, yeah. I mean, the church choir, I mean, that's the congregation. Is that really
that's a group? Really okay, hold on. You got more than one person's phone number in that group?
I mean, since my family ran the church.
Nah, that's not the question. You got more than one person's phone number in that
I was
group.
too young. I didn't have a phone.
Okay, that's fair. I'll let it slide. You know what? I'll take the cat back. I'll take it back. I'll take it back. Okay. So tell me about an achievement you struggled to achieve then.
With music, as it relates to music, or like, for the longest, I was trying to find like, an engineer close to me. For like, there's many in this area, obviously metro area. You know how that goes, but because being a mom and stuff like that, having that responsibility, I have to be flexible when it comes to like having that time. So when it comes to getting a babysitter, I have to consider, okay, the commute time, not just the studio time, the commute time, and then the commute time back. So that was a barrier for a long time. And then the ones that I did find, it was just always something, like the vibe was off, or it was something weird that I didn't like. So for a long time, I was just looking. Then I finally found one. So yeah, that was definitely one of the struggles. My most notable struggle, though, was trying to set up my home studio, which I abandoned that ages ago. I'm done. I give up on that. I will leave it to people that know what they're doing. I thought it was simple as get the equipment and set it up, but no, that was not the case. God. That was not the case. So yeah, that was really frustrating. Like very. I took a hit. My confidence took a hit.
I will ask most producers this question, but I don't want to ask you this question because you talked about having a home studio. Backstaff knows what this is. If you did set it up and it was dope, would you rather work from home or would you still go to
100%. I'm not coming outside. You won't see me. I'm telling you, that's how it's been. And like, I work best alone when it comes to writing, I'll say. Now, as far as like the recording, honestly, if I had a home studio, I would honestly pay someone to come in and record me in my home studio. Simple.
Oh, that's crazy. Nah, you can't come into my safe space.
Look, the workflow is gonna be better. I can run upstairs real quick, eat something, come back down. Like, it's just something about being in your own space.
I got it. You kind of answered this question, but I'm gonna read it off because I don't want to mess it up. Are you church-based or no? And did your parents force you to sing the Lord, or did you want to branch off as well?
Ooh.
It's a lot, but we can break it down if you want.
Sure. Yeah, no. Okay, I wouldn't consider myself church-based. I'd say I'm faith-based. Not necessarily like church-based, because I've never been super churchy per se. Even though I grew up in the church, I'm a believer of the faith. I mean, I don't, so, and then as far as like my parents forcing me, they never forced me. They never like, of course they encouraged me. I mean, that's a given. But I found myself like, because I mean, I don't make a whole lot of Christian or gospel music right now, but I have in the past, and I enjoy it. I mean, I enjoy all types of music. I love worship music. I like singing worship music. I enjoy writing it as well. So it's never been like a forced thing for me. It just came naturally. I think I had to get into the faith for myself. When you're younger, you're just there. Your parents tell you to say amen, you say amen, right? But then when you get older and you live a little, and God shows up for you personally, then it's different, right? So I think now I can say, yeah, like I chose it for my own reasons, not for theirs. So yeah.
Amen to that. Tell me about your favorite medium. And I'm still learning what these languages.
Medium. So for me, I'd say it would be 3 things: God, my daughter, and music. That's what keeps my gears turning, for sure. Yeah. You
gotta like one of those. I usually it's for like beat makers and producers. But you got like a tag when you get on the beat.
No.
If you got big enough, like let's say like Beyonce big, you gonna get a tag?
Probably.
Oh my God.
I've done tags. I've done a few tags for a DJ before. Yeah, but not my own. Well, we'll see. You know,
God, yeah.
We'll see where it goes.
I'm gonna start asking everybody that now because I'll be curious. Like, what would be your tag? Like,
I'd probably sing my name in a creative way. That's what would be my tag.
What's your ideal work environment?
Honestly, 90% of the songs I've wrote have been in my car. That is my space. Literally, like, I prefer to write there. Like, that's 9 times out of 10. That's where I'm writing.
If you could record out of your car, would you do it too?
Oh, I do.
Oh my God.
I'm a BandLab warrior.
That's a weird place to go.
No. It's great. If you think about it, the seats are like, they absorb any extra sound. It's like a little booth. Really. It's perfect.
All right, you're starting to convince me, but I still got my reservations.
Well,
I mean,
the best part about it, it's portable, right? So you go drive to the parking lot, park up, find you a nice little view of the sunset or whatever. Actually, most times it's nighttime when I ride there. There's no sun out. But yeah, recline the seat back, put my headphones in.
Hey, you know what? That sounds like you one police siren or fire truck away from ruining the recording.
Yeah, but these aren't official recordings. These are just demos and ideas and yeah. I mean, no, I'm not even test driving. This is the song. I'm rehearsing for when I get to the studio, like literally.
So I'm curious too then. So what art trends are inspiring your work right now?
I would say I'm heavily influenced by Afro music, hands down. But there's way more to that. I mean, I don't know. I used to listen to everything growing up. I mean, every genre, like from pop to country to gospel to techno to, I mean, seriously, everything. So it's just all, I think, merged. As far as my writing goes, for sure, like that's just from listening to different writings, you know, people, songwriters, you know, over the years and stuff like that. So I don't know. I think it's just everything combined, but I definitely do have, like, I'm working on a lot of Afro stuff right now. Afro influence, I would say.
So
Caribbean.
So you can't mention Afro beats and you can't name drop a few artists that you vibing with right now. Come on now. Nah, you gotta tell us.
Oh, so you want me to tell you?
Yeah.
Myself, of course. I'll say Thames is doing her thing.
That's the second time I heard of Tim. Isn't that the second time? That's the second time I heard of Tim's, man.
Oh, Brent Fayez. He's a big inspo. There's this artist named Kalela. I really like her. She makes like, I consider it club music, like, but I don't know what genre she really considers herself, but I like her.
Could Afrobeats be a club?
Yeah. 100%. There's Clubhouse. Right?
You know what? I'm about to piss off some people. I don't know about that.
No, yeah, there is. There's, yeah, I think so. I mean, Afros, there's so many different, like, sub-genres, you know?
What? I'm gonna piss off some people. Listen, Afrobeats is Afrobeats. You can't sub-genre Afrobeats, man.
Can.
Like, you gotta have the same tempo, the same little beat. Look, I already made somebody.
House music is 100% Afro, but it's not your.
Wait, Chicago house or house?
No. Like house, like I'm a piano house, like house music.
What? I'm so lost right now. Nah, see, when people say house, I think Chicago house. Yeah, but that don't mean that. Like, listen, I'm putting my foot down right now. Look, I don't think Afrobeats can be it can be considered clubbing. Like can you play a song in the club? Yeah, I wouldn't say it's clubbing music though.
Well,
like
it's not necessarily. When I say club music, I don't mean it's necessarily just for the club. It's a style. It's a style. It's not necessarily for the club, but
maybe.
I mean, it's for music is for anywhere. Really, it's not. You can't really box it. You can't really box it in. I mean, I could be at school listening to whatever, a rock song. There's no real place for, you know what I mean? It's wherever your headphones are, right?
Look, you're not
wherever
wrong.
Your speakers are.
You're not wrong. I when I imagine Afro beats, I think of like a very particular beat.
Which one? Like those
you
slow
call me
ones
out. Hey, I'm the interviewer. I can't be called out.
Is it the?
Yes.
Okay, that's standard Afro, but again,
that's Afro. Like that's.
There's many.
Then it's not Afro beats. That's something else.
It's Afro influenced.
I don't even know what that means. Afro fusion. No, like y'all come up with anything nowadays. Yeah. It's either Afro beats.
You should be
or
proud
nothing.
of it. You should be proud of it.
I was proud
it's
until
loved so much that people want to put their own spin on it.
That's
beautiful.
That's where we're starting to lose the origins. Come on.
I mean, yeah, but who's to blame for that? That's the artists that are making that. Where are they?
I
mean, they're out there.
Them fighting words. Come on now.
They're out there. I'm just saying, like, you know, it's they have the art. You know, they're the creators, so it's up to them to keep it alive. That's all I'm getting at.
What's the favorite time of the day for you to be creative? And you kind of already answered this one. Why night? Like, what's calming? Is it calming? Is it just like a difference? Is it because you're more relaxed, or because you're awake?
Okay, actually, so I have 2 times actually. Early in the morning while it's still dark outside, and late at night. Late at night because I'm tired enough to not critique myself too much. I don't care, you know, like 9 times out of 10 I'm halfway asleep anyways, or literally so tired I'm falling asleep. But getting to that state allows me to not be so judgmental, to where I'm able to create more, like volume wise, but also just like create, like I think I'm way more creative when I'm tired. There's been times where I literally will, like, if I'm trying to do something and I'm in crunch mode and I really am trying to like have a song done by like whatever time, I literally won't sleep. I won't sleep so that I'm tired, and it will, I'm telling you, it's like something about it just helps me to write. Like, I don't know if it's because like, well, I guess no, yeah, your inhibitions are lowered if you're tired, or I mean more tired, you're more likely to say things. It's just like if you were drunk, you know, people, you hear people freestyle and stuff when they're drunk. But yeah, I think it has a similar effect. But yeah, and then early in the morning, I'm usually, okay, this is gonna be a little bit controversial, but when I'm driving to work, literally while I'm driving to work, I have my headphones in, I have my phone hooked up to BandLab, and I'm writing. Well, I'm recording the whole time, and I'm just driving there, and I'm just whatever. I'm humming. I'm saying the lyrics. You know, yeah, freestyling. Those are the 2 times.
Hey, some of the best songs came from freestyling, though.
Yeah.
I mean,
a lot of the songs that I have that I like the most are freestyles. So.
That's crazy. You know, I ain't got the vocabulary to make that work for me. So I can't narc on anybody who can do it, because you better than me as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah.
That's pretty dope though. You know, everybody's creativity comes from different aspirations and resources. So I mean, hey, if it works, it works. I don't know. Listen, when I do poetry, it just comes to me.
Yeah.
You know, or maybe I'm listening to somebody else's and I spin off of that and come up with something. But it just varies. So I get it. You know, it just comes out of nowhere. Mm-hmm. So I'm also curious too. I say that a lot. That's another one of my phrases. But is health wealth to you?
Yes. 100%.
But what does that mean for you?
So I just look at health as like time, right? So you got these sand timers here on the table. It's like, however healthy you are, that's going to determine at what rate the sand falls through the glass. So if you're, you know, it's quite literally, it correlates directly. So I try to keep up with my health. I mean, I I exercise regularly. My job keeps me active more than anything. Literally walking back and forth. So.
You ain't got one of those like watches that tell you how many steps you take.
No, I'm not. I'm not that far in.
You lacking behind.
That in deep, but I do. I mean, I do have a goal that I, like a regimen, like a split that I do. So.
I always thought companies are bougie when they start implementing policies or like incentives to say, oh, track your footsteps. And if you get to 6,000, you can get put on a bingo board. I'll be like, really? You think anybody here cares enough to win your little pizza party? Come on,
there's always that one, but always that one person that's like, are you tracking your steps? Like,
I got to 5,000 today. Where are you at? Like,
see, think about where have we even gone as a people? Why are we counting our steps? That just shows that like we're so like I'm gonna be careful what I say. I'm not gonna say we're lazy, but I promise you, no one was counting their steps back in the day. No one was doing that because their lifestyle was such that.
What time? What era though? What era though? Because I will say like.
I'll say before. I won't say before. I will say before computers, before smartphones.
I'll say before TV.
Before TV? Yeah. There you go.
Anything before like the 60s, I would be like, okay, I'm more inclined to believe that. Because I think like there was definitely that push for like fitness and some of the gym clothes that men were wearing at one point in the gyms.
Yeah.
I get it.
I agree.
I think they would have done it then. But before that,
I just think it's hilarious, like tracking your steps. Like you're born walking as a baby. You're not tracking your steps then. Why are you tracking your steps now? Just go to the gym or just
oh my god.
Just work out. You're worried about steps. Just have a set time, But I mean, hey, everyone has to do what they got to do to stay fit, so no judgment.
Hey.
Better tracking them steps than doing nothing, so.
Taking one from Planet Fitness, no judgment zone.
Oh yeah.
Quietly being judged over here, but
right.
What is an inner emotion that describes you?
An inner emotion. Okay, this is not an emotion, but I like this word, secretive. It's not an emotion, but I feel like as far as music goes and as far as like what I have to share with the world, like I like the control that I have over it and the control that I've taken over it. And just like that ownership, because I feel like so many times, like when you feel pressured to put your stuff out there, it's like in a sense it becomes like not yours. Like it's yours, but like you have all these feelings attached to it that are associated with other people's opinions, other people's judgments, and then at that point it's like, okay, but it's yours though. You can do what you want with it. So yeah, I'll say, okay, actually I won't even say secretive. I'll just say like, at this stage I'll say I'm just particular. That's all.
That's tough. That one paragraph was like a spinoff on a whole bigger conversation. I could have went with it. I will ask this from that though. I think it is super fascinating that you say like once you put yourself out there, it's yours. Like what you choose to do with it is up to you. And there are plenty of platforms that artists use when they post their music where they're like literally one day you're like, oh man, this is a really good song, and then they just yank it off the internet.
Yeah.
Like they just pull it and you're like, man, what happened to that song on my playlist? I was trying to look for it. And the artist was like, time's up.
Yeah.
They just take, and nobody know, like, again, there's like so much out there when it comes to like the art, like the art industry that people don't realize. And there are like artists today where I'm trying, like DistroKid is one of them. Like how many of us don't even know what that is? I know what that is until my younger brother. Shout out to my younger brother, but there's just so much out there that people don't realize, and it's like it really is yours. It's like
it's yours. That's why I don't buy into like all of the like, oh, like you don't promote your music if it's not out. Don't do this, don't do that. It's last time I checked, it came from my own head. It came, you know what I'm saying? Like it's mine. Like this is me. This is part of me. It's an extension of me. So it's like whatever I choose to do with it is up to me. So yeah, it's just no pressure really is like my whole motto is like, it's no pressure. Like anything I gain from doing music is all, it's all gain because I already was doing it for free, right? I was already doing it for my own reason. So it's like $2 worth of streams is profit. It's all profit. So
flat out. So where do you think you fall on the spectrum of R&B?
I'm in there.
Somewhere.
I'm in there somewhere. I don't know where. I don't know. That's up for people to decide their own. I don't know. I don't know. I don't like to say too much because I feel like people feel very strongly about their R&B artists, as they should. But yeah, I mean, since I don't consider myself such a big singer, I sing, but there's people that can sing. I don't sing, I sing. It's a difference. It's like when you go to church, them singers that do the solo, oh yeah, they can sing. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm a singer. I do my thing. But I think more for me, the R&B, I just love writing R&B music, just because it's like very like sensual and like just heartfelt. You get the opportunity to like, that's why I like country music as well. I feel like it's a lot more emotion that plays into it. Not that all music doesn't come from some type of emotion, but you probably get what I'm picking up, what I'm putting down. But yeah.
So I'm curious though, you old school R&B or new school R&B?
I love old school R&B. I would love to. Hey, if someone considers me old school R&B, then I have done well. But I think I'm a mixture.
Which one do you?
Mixture. I feel like I'm somewhere in between, like, because I have songs that are like, I would consider them like trap soul, but then I also have songs that are more on the edge of like neo soul, and then I also have songs that are more just regular R&B. I mean, I dibble. See,
this is what I'm talking about. They complicated the game. Like, why can't it just be R&B? What's with this neo soul?
There's too many distinct sounds for it to just be R&B. Think about it. Neo soul is not John B. It's not. It's not. It's just not.
Pop used to be jazz. I just want you to know that. Like,
but
come on, think about that though. Like it was one and the same, and then they said, "Oh, we gotta change it." Come on.
Everything has to come from someplace, so it's just like one of those things.
Y'all killing me with this. Y'all killing me with it. You know what? Next question. Would you sign with a label?
No, I don't. I mean, I won't say no. I'll just say like, I don't see it necessary, just because like, I don't know, maybe if you would have asked me that when I was first starting doing music, when I was a broke 16 year old, yeah, what, starving artist. But now I just don't see it necessary.
That's crazy. Yeah, you know what, there's a couple questions on here I ask everybody, and y'all find different ways to spend it. So, similar to this one, right? If you have $500 right now, what would you do with it?
$500 right now, I'm not doing nothing with it. I'm just gonna throw it in my savings.
See, it's like y'all all different.
I don't know.
Like,
I mean, I could. What you want to hear me say? Oh, I'm about to go book some studio time.
So, like, y'all
it would eventually find its way probably to that, but I don't know. I don't have no like major plans with it. I'll just
I've met people that say I just pay bills with it because that's what I need. I met people that are like, bruh, I invest, I buy some shirts, I'll write on it and flip it. Like turn that $500 into a couple of grand easy. Like,
yeah, it's endless possibilities. I mean, I don't know. Money is money. If it's coming from an outside source other than my 9 to 5, then I'm not touching it. I mean, I don't know. I mean, why? It's already a blessing. I didn't have to work for it. I'm just gonna sit on it. Honestly, I'm sitting on it.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
All right. So, my favorite question of all time. Everybody, y'all know what time it is. I asked this question to everybody. All right, listen. Look. What's your thoughts on AI?
Like in general, or as it relates to like music?
Both. I love this question. Both.
It's a love-hate relationship. I think it blurs the lines between authentic creativity, right, and some AI, right, artificial intelligence, which honestly, like, if you know how to use it, you can definitely get the upper hand. I'm not the upper hand necessarily, but you can definitely, take advantage. But I just think it depends on how it's being used. That's all I'll say. It depends on how it's being used.
That's crazy. Maybe you weren't on Twitter at the time or Instagram, but you ain't see the fake Drake? You ain't see the AI make Drake music better than Drake? I mean, anybody can make music better than Drake, but
that's where the controversy comes in, because it's not a human, right? It's a bunch of programs that are literally gathering information on original art and then studying it and then imitating it, and it's just like, I don't know. I'm really all for keeping real music alive and like authentic music and keeping the creative process alive, and honestly honoring the musicians that have gone before us, like real legends. Like if they knew now that we could generate let's just throw a name, Michael Jackson. If he knew right now that we were generating Michael Jackson songs like that, he might not feel as great about going to, I mean, he's Michael Jackson. But you know what I'm saying? If I were to reach that point and, I heard someone playing a song that they said was like my song and I didn't write it, I'm definitely feeling some type of way. Especially if people are liking it. Oh yeah, like it's
crazy. Okay, hold on. My last question on AI and then move it on. But so how would you feel if the AI knew it had enough information about you? It knew you well enough to know that if you were writing a song and let's just say you woke up one morning and you just realized you topped the charts, and in that song that this AI thing made was like 4 lines from a song that you've never, you had it on paper. You didn't write this on a computer or nothing. You wrote 4 lines down on a song you were writing, and the AI came up with the same words as you. Would that scare you? Or would you be like, yo?
See, okay, no. I'll say, okay, the whole idea as a whole, yes, it would bother me. But what would bother me most is who is prompting the AI. Because you have to prompt it. It can't just do that, right? It's who's prompting it. And that's why I said it's more how it's being used. You know what I mean? Because, and AI does have information about me. I actually, fun fact, I literally searched myself. I asked an AI, I used ChatGPT the other day. I was just curious, I was like, who is Amaris? And then it basically was like, oh, Amaris is an artist, blah, 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 based in da-da-da-da, specializing in da-da-da-da-da, a bunch of different genres. And then you can find her on da-da-da-da-da-da, and at this song, or she has this song out currently and stuff like that, which, I mean, you can Google search, right? But I think we are moving to the point where eventually that might happen, where you have a song somewhere and the AI studies you so well that it knows what you're going to say, or somewhere along the lines, it knows the direction you're going to take things, which I think that is scary as shit.
Come on.
I think that is very dangerous. I think it is, because AI doesn't have to ask for permission. It doesn't. It searches the web. Whatever you put out there, you just gave it to AI. Even the music that's out right now. I mean, them Drake songs didn't make themselves. That someone ran Drake songs through the, through the AI, and they can do that. And there's nothing you can do about it. And I mean, maybe if you're Drake, you can do something about it. But someone like me, I can't do nothing about that. What am I going to do? Talk to God about it, I guess. That's about it. That's all I can do. Hey. I gotta just go to sleep on it. I'm screwed. So yeah,
it's crazy. Hey, listen, ChatGPT, Gemini, Bixby, Siri, what's the other one? Any other AI platform? Alexa especially, Jeff Bezos. Listen, be kind to me, when y'all take over like Terminator. Oh, not serious saying, I'm paying attention to you. Listen, be nice to me. When y'all take over, I just want a nice little land with a pond where I can fish out of, okay? Do whatever you're gonna do later, but leave me out of it.
Man.
A couple of questions here. Let's talk about streaming platforms and how little artists get paid for as many streams as they get. How you feel about that?
I hope, people shouldn't take this the wrong way. I personally don't care, because I am not so much on those. But if that was my source of income, I would be furious. Like if that was literally it, yeah, I'm definitely like some type of way.
You know, I always figured bigger named artists would be capable of like saying, I'm not posting any of my music on your platform if you don't up my streams.
Yeah.
I feel like Drake would probably say, you know what I'm saying? I'm only throwing out Drake because we were talking about him, but.
Right. Yeah. I don't know. I think it's like some of those big platforms, I don't know. It's just so different now, I guess, compared to like artists before us. You know, they had like CDs that they were selling and live shows. Not that artists don't have live shows, but if you're a smaller artist, you might have a show, might make $10, but you know that's your what you earned. But you know what I'm saying, if you're not a bigger artist, then of course then you're limited to these platforms. But it's just like, I don't know, I'm still like trying to figure out my stance on it, I guess, because I'm not in there all the way. I mean, I have different routes, so it's like, I don't know.
Do you feel like
it sucks though?
I mean, I can see that, but do you feel like artists should take more of a interest in the business aspect of it then?
Well, I'll say like you definitely need, if you're not into it into the business aspect, you need someone to do that for you. So I don't think there's any getting around that. If you plan on making it, I mean, if you plan on actually, I mean, it depends on what your definition of making it is, right? But you know, it's like someone's got to do the dirty work. I mean, not the dirty work, I shouldn't say that, but someone's got to do that groundwork of, you know, marketing and all that other stuff. And if you're a true artist, you don't got time for that. And it sucks being a smaller artist because you better make time for that because you're going to be the one doing it all. So yeah.
I'm a little curious too. Again, I say that way too much. Do you feel like teenagers, what's that one kid? You remember the song It's Friday? Okay. You ever feel like kids like that should ever get paid from their videos, or should I go straight to the parents?
I mean, that was Katy Perry.
No, that was that kid, wasn't it?
Wasn't it?
No, it was another one.
Oh.
It was a kid.
Oh, I'm thinking about that other song that she has. Never mind. Sorry. Go ahead. Should kids? You said should they make like the money?
But that song in particular, I mean, her mom, it was a birthday gift and she paid for a music video to be shot. So, I mean, that was a little different, but like...
I mean, it's her song though, right? She wrote it and everything.
It was a company. The mom went to an advertisement company and they said, yeah, we'll make her a music video because she shelled out all the cash. And they were like, we're not going to shy away from the cash. And they made her a birthday video, which is what that song came out of. I mean, they made their money back. But I want to know if the money went to the kid for her college fund or if it went to the advertisement company that marketed it.
I think it should go to her when she turns 18. Simple. It's her song.
That's interesting. Short note, there is a new law that passed in some of the southern states that is requiring that parents who have children with YouTube, and it's a child's account, but it's through the parents, that the parents have to set the money aside for the child until they're a legal age to access it. And I'm like, do it. It's to help stop exploitation of children on YouTube and stuff like that. So
no, I love that. Yeah, because without it, that's exactly what it is exploitation. So yeah.
Do you moving on, does your art help you in other areas of life?
Yes, for sure. That's how, like I said, that's how it started. Like, it's really an outlet for me. It's like therapy, for real. So yeah, it definitely does. I wouldn't do it, honestly. The day that it stops benefiting me in that way, I'm not doing it. I'm not.
Do you think age matters when it comes to music?
No.
So would you still be doing this if you're like 96?
Yeah, I'm a pivot. I'm gonna start doing gospel
So
songs.
it does matter. Oh no,
I'm a pivot. There's always a way. Look, I mean, there's people that are. I mean, there's people who are old and they made their songs when they were young, but when they get older, their song might blow up then. So then there's no such thing as being too old. I mean, people still listen to Frank Sinatra. I don't even know if he's still live.
Y'all gonna hate me for this. I don't know who that is. Y'all probably gonna be like, y'all heard his music. I'm be like, I don't know. I have no face to the name.
But I mean, I just say that to say like, there's no. I don't believe that. I think there's a prime. Everyone has their prime, you know. But I mean, again, like Mariah Carey's still getting paid, right? So at the end of the day, it depends on how you define success, though, because she's successful at her age now to some people, but other people might not define that success. They might be like, oh, but she's not doing shows and she's not doing, well, she doesn't need to. You know what I mean? She's still benefiting. She's still reaping the benefits. So I feel as though as long as you're still profiting, you're winning. You're on, right? So
who? It's one of the it's not Tina Turner. One of the OGs in the R&B, I think it is. They always complain when she has a concert because she's always like intoxicated or something, or her voice is cracking. But it's she's an older lady, but people always show up to her concerts, but they're always
I don't know.
God, does anyone know what I'm talking? Probably. Yeah, no one else knows what I'm talking about.
I don't know.
Somebody, I'll find it and probably put her name at the bottom of the screen. But like, it's super interesting because there's definitely kind of like what you said. Like, there's a prime, and sometimes there's like maybe you should pivot and do some other stuff.
Yeah, there's always. Yeah, I feel like there's always way to pivot, and it's like if you had music out when you were younger, and it was timeless, or say you had a hit or whatever. Like for example, like Whitney Houston, like her songs are still getting played. She's still eating. God rest her soul. She's still, you know what I'm saying? Like. Mm-hmm. Still very much relevant. I mean, if someone said that they were hosting a hologram Whitney Houston concert, it would be sold out. So in that, in that manner, like music is timeless.
Wait. Back to the AI thing. So you okay when they use AI for hologramic?
No,
it's okay in certain areas.
I'm not saying it's okay. I'm just saying if that were to happen, it would be sold out.
Nah, I ain't trying to hear that. She okay with AI, y'all?
I do think it would be cool. I think it would be cool. I think that would be a cool way to honor artists who are no longer able to perform. But then again, there's like probably a lot of controversy with that because it's like, okay, but they can't consent to you doing that. So there's that piece. But I don't know. I'm not. That's neither here nor there. I don't know.
Okay, you know what? I'll leave it. I got my reservations. I'm gonna leave it there. I'm gonna leave it there. Do you think?
Would you go to an AI holographic concert?
No, actually maybe it depends.
Exactly.
If Sierra, God rest her soul, ever passes away, yeah, I might go to one of her concerts. You know, because that's Sierra's bae. I'm gonna be honest with you. Come on, now.
Michael Jackson. If Michael Jackson has one,
I wouldn't go.
You wouldn't go.
It's not authentic. It ain't the real Jay.
It could be him. It could be a performance of him. Him dancing, everything. They just turned it to a hologram. That's honor. That's respect. That's mad respect. If I die and they're doing that, I did what I was supposed to do.
If Boston Dynamics and Disney don't partner and make an animatronic Michael Jackson, I ain't gonna be there.
You really want to see a robot? I'd rather see a hologram. I feel like that's more respectful since he's, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's like having a wax, that's like animating a wax figure. Now that I don't like. I would rather see a hologram.
I don't want to see a holographic version of Michael Jackson doing a 13-degree tilt. Come on now. I want to see the animatronic do it. It'll hit different. It would hit different. That's
at that
just
point,
me.
They might as well just have an impersonator though. There's so many.
Not the same.
I mean, they could dance like him.
Not the same. But if it was a robot, it would be him.
See, but the hologram, if you think about it, right? They could have a performance that they already recorded of him, vocals and everything. It would look, hey, I think it would be kind of cool, actually. But next.
Oh, man. Again, this AI conversation, man, I'll tell you, it hit different. Has social media been helpful or harmful to your brand?
To my brand or to my brain?
Ooh.
I would say harmful to the creative process, but maybe helpful in some ways. As far as my brand, I wouldn't say harmful. I would say it's helped me to at least have something to give people or to like reference. If someone's like, oh, like where can I find you? Then okay, I have my Instagram. But like besides that, I don't like it. Actually, I really don't like social media at all. I don't like it. I've never really been big on social media. I'm not now. I'm not a content creator. I say this all the time. I'm not a content creator. I'm not an influencer. I'm not an entertainer. You know, it's like I just love music and I just love making music, and that's it. I try to keep it. I mean, there has been times where I've ventured out and tried to do the content creation and stuff like that and all that comes with, because the thing about social media is like, it's not like when Instagram first came out, right? Now everyone has these HD quality reels. Who has time for that? Who has time to set up the camera and you know, and do all that? Which, if you do have time, that's great. If you love it, that's great. But yeah, not into it.
Hey, look, like we said, some people sold themselves. They take it very seriously.
Yeah, it feels like exploitation, honestly, in a way. Like, if you have to do all that, because the thing is, like, especially with smaller artists, it's like, you know, you don't want to do that. You know, you ain't want to make that real. Why are you telling jokes now? I didn't even know that. You know what I'm saying? Like, they become all these, and like at the same time, like a lot of people, I think, discover other pathways that they might like through or in that. But like, I don't know. I just feel like it's like you have to really want it. If that's the route you're gonna take, if you're gonna use Instagram or some of these other, you know, YouTube shorts or whatever, to get yourself out there, then it's like you have to really want it, because that stuff is taxing. I mean, seriously, you've got to go get the equipment. You've got to, and of course, people make the argument of like, oh, not everything has to be like really nice and aesthetically pleasing. If I'm about to post it, it's going to represent me. I do need it to be aesthetically pleasing, or at least close to that. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, it's not like we're not Kanye status, right? We can't have a Super Bowl commercial where we're not there yet, right? So we need to, you know, so it's like, I'm not big on it. I mean, it's a good tool. I'll say that it's a great tool to get yourself out there. But I just feel like with the whole algorithm and like, you don't even know how many people are actually going to see that are from your following. I mean, I've had people tell me, oh, I never seen this post of yours. I mean, granted, they could be lying, but you know how it goes. Like, I've had people be like, oh, when did you post this? And I'm like, you didn't see that? It's like, no, Instagram shows what it thinks, or it shows your post to who it thinks would like it. So whether that's your following or not, right? And I'm
yeah, that's the algorithm for you.
Yeah,
I'll tell you.
It's
Final questions. We almost here. Where do you see yourself in 5 years?
5 years. One moment. Well, hopefully by then I will be doing music as my main, music will be my main source of income. Hopefully. If not, you know, just I think, I don't know. I have like, I guess, other endeavors that have nothing to do with music that I'm hoping to achieve. So like going back to school and stuff like that, and just progressing really. I don't have like a specific, I mean, I have like a plan, but I don't have like a specific picture, because I think it's still developing, if that makes sense. Like, I still am open to what the next 5 years could look like. You know, I'm in like not a transitional phase, but just like I don't know. I just want to make sure that like my main goal, I guess, is to be ready so that whatever comes, whatever opportunities or whatever during those next 5 years or so, that I'm ready for them, whatever that is, you know, whether that be something along the lines of music or something along the lines of advancing in my, you know, career in the healthcare industry or whatever it is, starting my own business, whatever it is. I'm just trying to make sure that I'm in a good place, really, in every way. So yeah.
Okay. What's next for you? What's coming up?
Let's see. So as far as music goes, I'm looking to drop some singles soon. I won't speak too much on that, but it's in the works. So yeah, so you've been looking for that. But just like, really for me, I'm just working. I mean, I'm in the working phase right now. Really, I'm working. I'm putting in the work so that when the opportunity comes, like I said, I'm ready. I got the ammo. I got a system in place. I got my team, and yeah.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
All right, this is the hard one for you. All right. Where can people find you? And if you're gonna say your ad handle and your name, you gotta spell it out.
Okay, I gotta pull up my Instagram handle.
See, that's why I said it's the hard one. Nobody's ever ready.
So my Instagram is AMANIS AMARRISS_. That's my Instagram. And yeah.
That's it.
I mean, if you Google search me, my band lab will probably pop up. You can find music on there as well, but I don't rap as much anymore. So, but yeah, there's plenty of music on there. Yeah.
All right. Don't forget, y'all. She said she did. Oh, you didn't say it on the recording, did you? You said you do tags for people.
Oh yeah, vocal tags. Yeah, no, yeah,
now.
tap in, definitely.
That's what's up. You ever gonna do background singing for anybody too?
Oh yeah. I've done some background songs for some people.
Look, money talks. No. I mean, I do consider myself a vocalist. I mean, I like I said, I don't think I'm a singer, but you know, I do vocalize. I bring an added touch. So yeah, definitely. Y'all, tell me why the other day, right? I was in the car and I was listening to the radio, right? And it was like, what is that? 90.5, 90.7? Is that KMOJ? I got my, listen, I don't listen to radio. Listen, Android Auto stopped functioning, so I listened to the radio, and I was like, okay, it's going to be a long ride because I got to go all the way out to Fargo, right? So 4 hours into this rice little ride, I had to go get gas. So I stopped at this gas station, right? And in Dakota, it's different than Minnesota. In Minnesota, they got casinos, but the casinos got to be on the reservations, right? Because we got a contract with the Native Americans here. So out of Dakota, it's different, right? They got casinos at gas stations, corner store, like, bro, they can have a little slot machine in whether you want it. But I walked in there and I saw a little jukebox, and I'm like, I'm not gonna be here that long, but I just want to. I went to the little vending, the little coin machine, and I put $20 in, and I got $20 worth of quarters in. So I go to the jukebox and I start putting quarters into the little thing, and I clicked on the same song like 17 times because I'm petty like that. And by the time I came out, tell me why they unplugged the little jukebox, because they knew what it was. They saw me do it, and I'm like, man, is this a sign or a signal? I don't know, because maybe me doing that was a sign that maybe y'all should like, share, and subscribe, so you don't go somewhere and hear the same song 17 times. Okay, listen, it'd be so much quicker. Look, it's at the bottom of the screen. I don't know where it's at. Something like down here. Something down here. It's down here. Like, share, and subscribe, y'all. It was nice having you in. Go ahead and say your name one more time so I don't forget it.
Yep, it's Amaris. IG handle. 2 seconds. Okay. AMAARRISS_.
Bet. Hey, listen, have a great rest of your night, and thanks for watching.
Yeah, thanks for having me.